Hello, my name is Dan Poffenberger, and I'm the lead pastor at Shepherd of the Lake Lutheran Church. I'm really glad you're taking the time to explore our faith community, and I hope that you feel led to come and worship, serve, or learn with us and experience our community firsthand. Shepherd of the Lake is a unique place, built on 60 beautiful acres of land and benefiting from the partnerships of world-class organizations, the River Valley YMCA, McKenna Presbyterian Homes, and the Link Passageways, which is a shelter and emergency housing service here in Scott County. We are surrounded by beautiful wetlands and trails, and our worship center looks out on acres of God's most beautiful creation. Looking for a church home is a lot like looking for a family home. Some houses are great, but they're not going to be your home. And then there is one that is more than a house and can be your home. Some of the reasons why a church can be your faith home are inarticulate. It just feels right. Other reasons have to do with a very particular fit of theology and values. So it's important for you to know what the values of this congregation are. Here at Shepherd of the Lake, we introduce our values with this statement. Wherever you are in your faith journey, we will meet you there with open hearts, open minds, and an open table. So let me tell you about the values that support that statement. By open hearts, we have three values that support that statement. First, we value relationships. God has created us for awesome connections, and we value relationships with one another, with our neighbors, and with a larger church body, our partner organizations, and with God's creation itself. Secondly, we value authenticity. Bring your honest self. There is no mask required when you walk in these doors. And third, we value transformation. Every person is a work in progress, and when we open our hearts to God, we open our lives to transformation. God is never finished with any of us and is always nudging us towards well-being and growth for the sake of the whole world. Now, when we say open minds, we also have three values that support that. First, we value intellectual curiosity, questions, and conversations. We engage faith with our whole selves, body, mind, and spirit. So please don't check your brain at the door. Secondly, we value tradition, but we are not traditionalists. As members of a faith tradition that is rooted in the Reformation, we are open to new ways of experiencing and celebrating God's presence in our own lives and in the life of the congregation. Also, we value our neighbor's faith. We honor the sacred stories of all of our neighbors as we learn from one another and work together to foster a more just and peaceful world. When we use the phrase open table, we state here our final three values. First, we value God's radical welcome. We affirm the inherent worth and dignity of all people, all sexual orientations, gender identities, and expressions, all ages, life stations, and abilities, and all social and economic circumstances, all ethnicities, races, and nationalities. Every person is a beloved child of God, and every person has a place at God's table. There is no exception. We also value service as an act of love. God has created each person with a unique set of gifts and passions, and at the table, God feeds us so that we can use our gifts in loving service to the world. And lastly, we value your story. Everyone comes to the table bringing their unique story, all their history, their hurts, and their hopes. Your story is part of God's story, and God welcomes you to the table, and we do too. So, I hope that these values resonate with your own. We are far from a perfect place, yet we strive to explore and live out these values every day. I am most proud of the fact that Shepherd of the Lake is a grace-filled community, supportive and caring. But the most beautiful part is that we are serious about living in the way of Jesus, but we don't take ourselves too seriously. We make mistakes here, we do our best, and then we take joy in all of it. Each of us are beloved children of God, and all are one of a kind. So if you value a church that is trying its best to love its neighbor and demonstrate the expansive, amazing love of God to the world, then Shepherd of the Lake might just be your next church home. Please check out the rest of this series of videos to learn more about our ministry. There's a lot of exciting work being done and joyful life being lived out. You can find on this page the next steps in becoming a part of this amazing, beautiful, life-giving community. So blessings on your search for a church home and peace for the day.